God says, your $3.5 trillion inheritance is released today. Prayer for money. My beloved child, pause with me now and breathe, because this exact moment was arranged long before your calendar filled, your notifications chimed, and your worries multiplied. I set it in motion before you ever pressed play, when the questions in your heart were still quiet. I have watched you walk through tight places and sleepless nights, counting every step and, yes, putting your tears in my bottle. Psalm 56:8. So hear me with the deepest part of your spirit. A decree has been written concerning you. And today I open a treasury etched with your name, not a token gesture, but a release so vast it startles the mind awake like dawn breaking after a long storm. I speak of $3.5 trillion not to lure you into fantasy, but to jolt your faith into alignment with what I already proposed. You wondered if I forgot promises whispered when hope was thin. I did not. While others misread your season, I counted every faithful step you took when applause was absent, every time you chose integrity when shortcuts beckoned, every hour you sowed kindness when payback seemed easier, and every weary morning you showed up again after discouragement tried to smother your breath. Those choices were keys. They were not invisible. They unlocked doors waiting for today. And you, dear heart, are not late. You are exactly on time, for I am the Lord of timing, and your destiny will not be defined by delays, denials, or the small opinions of those who never shouldered your cross. Those who hope in the Lord will renew their strength. Isaiah 40:31. And strength is what I am handing you now. Understand. Then, what this $3.5 trillion represents. It is not merely currency. It is capacity, blueprints, access, favor, and infrastructure. It is wisdom to build and courage to steward. It is restoration where locusts devoured and multiplication where scarcity once shouted. I am routing resources through channels you have not seen, alliances you have not met, and opportunities that will look ordinary until your obedience touches them and they expand. Therefore, do not argue with the size of what I'm saying simply because yesterday felt small. I do not consult your pain to measure your inheritance. I consult my covenant, and covenant speaks louder than history. Lift your head, for you are not standing here by merit, but by mercy. Mercy qualifies what humility receives. The shame of old decisions breaks now. The fog of confusion thins. The heaviness that camped on your chest loosens even as you read. Feel the lift. That is my hand beneath your story. I am not asking you to perform, but to agree, since agreement is your doorway. As you agree, instructions will surface like stones in a riverbed when the water recedes. Follow them step by step. Start with the simple act of courage. Make the call, send the proposal. Create the budget that tells your money where to go instead of wondering where it went. Clear the desk and honor the commitments already in your hand. And because you live in a world of alerts, deadlines, and digital noise, let me speak into your modern life with clarity where I guide, I provide. Bring the whole tithe into the storehouse, and see if I will not throw open the floodgates of heaven. Malachi 3:10, not as a superstition, but as a rhythm of trust. Give, and it will be given to you. 6:38, not as a transaction, but a transformation. For I know the plans I have for you, plans to give you a future and a hope. Jeremiah 29:11, not as a caption for a poster, but as a blueprint for your Monday mornings. Therefore, pray with specificity, work with excellence, rest with confidence, and steward with open hands. Prayer and planning are not rivals, they are partners. Make your commute a sanctuary. Treat your inbox like a mission field, and let your calendar testify that you expect goodness to arrive. When fear whispers unqualified, answer it with covenant. When scarcity shouts, reply with gratitude and wise action. If debt has tangled your steps, take the first faithful cut. Call the creditor, seek counsel, craft a plan, while you keep your heart anchored in me. Faith is not denial of reality, it is allegiance to a larger reality. Now, as you lean into me, let your words agree with my words and turn your prayer for money into a conversation about purpose, provision, and stewardship. Lift a prayer for money miracle not as a lottery ticket for luck, but as a bold request for wisdom, relationships, and strategies that make miracles recognizable when they come. Offer a prayer for financial breakthrough that asks not only for doors to open, but for the character to walk through them and the humility to bless others when you do. If you prefer the simplicity of a financial prayer, let it sound like this, Lord. Align my desires with your design. Give me wisdom to build, courage to act, and generosity to pour out. Guard my heart from fear and my hands from waste. Make me faithful in little and trustworthy with much. Because you and I are moving together, opportunities will arrive disguised as ordinary tasks. Answer them. Partnerships will form around simple obediences. Honor them. Creativity will return in the quiet. Capture it. Provision will travel at the speed of trust, so trust me. For even now I route the right people, the right timing, and the right insight to your path. As you walk it, keep your eyes open to serve, to give, to learn, to listen, and to lead. This is how the number becomes a life capacity grows. Courage steadies, wisdom builds, and generosity overflows. So take my hand, agree with my decree, and step forward. Today, your inheritance is released, and with it, your assignment to carry hope into homes, excellence into workplaces, and compassion into every conversation. You are not merely receiving, you are becoming the kind of person who can carry what I'm pouring out. And that, my child, is the true wealth that cannot be counted, yet cannot be contained. You have felt the weight of waiting, the tightness of uncertainty, and the ache of questions without answers. But right now, I want you to feel the warmth of a new certainty rising in your chest. Your next step is not being guessed at in the dark. It is being guided by light. I promised you signals in threes to confirm your steps, and you will know them when they arrive. A conversation that mirrors this word, a document that arrives faster than policy allows, a person you thought forgotten who reappears with a bridge in their hand. When these happen, do not retreat into overthinking or panic. Respond with gratitude and movement. Your faith is not a feeling you chase. It is a decision you practice. Practice it now. Speak life over your accounts, your work, your household, your community. Call in partnerships that honor me. Renounce agreements with fear and lack. Today, you are crossing the line from survival into stewardship. Listen closely, because I am also healing the relationship between your heart and provision. Provision is not your master. Provision is your servant. You will no longer feel panic when bills arrive or when plans require resources that exceed your present sight. You will feel strategy, and you will feel me. I will show you the right doors and close the wrong ones. I will teach your hands to build what outlives you and your words to bless what belongs to you. The measure I am speaking is generational. Think legacy, not only rescue. Think rivers, not cups. Think distribution, not display. I am placing a mantle on you to fund freedom, to fuel vision, to mend breaches in families and communities that have known deficit for far too long. Seal this moment. Do not treat it like a passing spark. turn it into a flame. Type Amen in faith as a public marker that you agree with heaven. Keep your channel open to instruction so you remain ready when distractions multiply. Share this word with someone who needs courage so I can multiply what I am placing in your hands. Your simple acts of agreement are not vanity, they are alignment. As you align, I will assign. As you move, I will multiply. As you bless, I will broaden your borders. This is your hour, child. Lift your hands, lift your expectations. The vault is open. The scroll is read. The decree stands. 3 and 12 trillion in purpose, provision, and peace is released over you now. Walk in it, my cherished one. Lean in again, for I will now reveal the pathways that will carry this 3.5 trillion into your hands and into the lives I intend to bless through you. Hear me plainly. Blessing without stewardship becomes drift. I am not simply handing you a number, I am commissioning you as a steward, a builder, a liberator. The treasure I assign is tied to purpose. It will come through doors of responsibility and will answer to the integrity of your heart. If you wonder how such an enormous release finds a human heart like yours, know this: I connect provision to preparedness. I am the one who prepares the soil even as I send the rain. First, I will sharpen your discernment. You will begin to detect subtle differences between opportunity and distraction, between quick gain that harms and slow growth that heals. Your mind will be given clarity so that contracts, conversations, and choices reveal their true weight. Do not fear this sharpening. Welcome it. When doubt rises, remember I have already signed the decree. Discernment is the key that allows you to open the right doors and to politely close doors dressed as favor, but rooted in compromise. Ask for wisdom. It will be poured out like a steady stream. Then move with speed, because movement is faith in motion and gratitude with legs. Now, let me speak to you like a mentor who knows your name and your calendar. In your daily prayer for finances, choose language that aligns your heart with purpose rather than panic. Panic shrinks vision, while purpose enlarges it. When you attract money, let it be by integrity, excellence, and service, not by grasping or comparison. Money is a tool that flows toward clarity of assignment. Let every money prayer begin with thanks for what is in your hands and end with a commitment to bless beyond your walls. Have you considered where your next obedient step will seed the greatest harvest, not only for you, but for those waiting for your yes? Where might generosity unlock wisdom you could not buy and open doors you could not push? To anchor this in the real world, hear this true story. Maya, a single mother I met after a workshop, had been carrying overdue notices like heavy stones in a backpack. She began a simple rhythm every morning, 30 slow breaths, then 3 sentences: God, you are my source. Provision serves your purpose. Guide my steps today. She turned her prayer for finances into daily action by reconciling her accounts, making 2 phone calls she had avoided for months, and offering to help a neighbor with bookkeeping in exchange for a modest fee. Within 2 weeks, yes, just 2, the neighbor introduced her to a small business owner who needed part-time help. That role grew into a contract that stabilized her monthly income. She told me she had started to attract money not by chasing every opportunity, but by rejecting frantic energy and choosing alignment. She kept a journal of each money prayer, and for every line of gratitude she wrote, an idea seemed to arrive beside it. She did not romanticize the process. There were days of waiting and days of stretching, but she kept moving and kept listening. What about you? What small, faithful act have you been postponing that could become the seed of a river-sized outcome? What conversation, what document, what reappearing person with a bridge in their hand is already on its way toward you? Do you sense courage rising even now as you picture yourself taking that call, opening that email, or drafting that proposal? Remember, obedience will be your accelerator. Peace will be your guardrail. You will feel me steadying your hands as you write, as you negotiate, as you decide. You will speak life over your budget and your brand, bless your clients and your colleagues, and you will renounce the quiet pact you once made with scarcity. I break that pact as you break it. And since you asked for a clear prayer for finances, let this be yours today, spoken in everyday language you can carry into a meeting or at your kitchen table. God, I receive the mantle of stewardship. I welcome wisdom. I close doors of compromise. I open doors of service. Make provision my servant and purpose my compass. In this, you will continue to attract money by attracting responsibility, clarity, and trust. Your money prayer is not a wish. It is a vow you live. Say yes to the partnership that honors me. Say no to the shine that rots from the inside. Choose slow growth when quick gain would poison your peace. Review every contract with patient eyes. Give like someone who plans to keep giving. Do not stop asking good questions. Where is fear whispering? And how can faith answer with a step? What do I already have that multiplies when I use it? Who can I bless today without an invoice attached? How can my next choice be a down payment on legacy, not just a band-aid for panic? And how will I celebrate small beginnings while preparing for sudden acceleration? Because I can work in both. Keep your spirit tuned to the threes that confirm your steps. And when they land, move. If you want a final reminder to carry in your pocket, take it straight from his heart. You are not scrambling for scraps. You are stewarding streams. The vault is still open. The scroll is still read. The decree still stands. The 3.5 trillion you feared was fantasy is my way of picturing abundance beyond your sums. Because I am the source and I set the scale. I call you to rivers and distribution, to legacy and lifting, to bridges and blessing. Next, God says he will release systems because the vault of heaven requires structure. A blessing this size needs order, just as a river needs banks to direct its flow. You will be offered tools, technologies, and teams that bring excellence. Accept them. Do not despise process or paperwork. They are instruments of preservation. Expect legal clarity, not just promises. Detailed reporting, not confusion. These systems will save relationships from chaos and keep your vision sustainable. In the modern world, transparency is trust. Build clear accounts, fair governance, and honest partnerships. What you structure well today becomes the framework for your legacy tomorrow. Let your financial prayer be not only for wealth, but for wisdom to manage it with honor. For as Proverbs 16:3 says, "Commit to the Lord whatever you do, and he will establish your plans." Then, God promises to train you in generosity. Before he enlarges your treasure, he will enlarge your heart. Giving is not a tax on blessing. It is the soil that keeps it alive. When you give, you activate heaven's economy. When you cling too tightly, you choke the flow. Begin now to practice open-handed living. Give even when it hurts, even if your offering feels too small. For the measure you use will be measured to you, Luke 6:38. In a world driven by accumulation, generosity becomes a quiet rebellion of faith. Each time you sow, you build networks that return multiplied favor. Not just in money, but in influence and spiritual authority. Let this prayer for financial breakthrough be more than words. Let it be a lifestyle that reflects trust in God's endless provision. God is also rewriting the story of scarcity in your family line. Poverty and lack are not your inheritance. Abundance and purpose are. Generational curses break not through wishes, but through obedience, courage, and faith-filled speech. Begin to declare life over your name, your home, your children, and their children. Tell them that provision is not a miracle for others. It is their birthright as heirs of heaven's promise. Build trusts, create plans, protect what God gives you. Teach stewardship as a sacred duty, not a burden. In modern life, where material wealth fades quickly, legacy must mean more than comfort. It must mean wisdom, learning, and the joyful continuation of God's covenant across generations. But as you rise, prepare for testing. Every great movement attracts pressure. Jealousies, urgent demands, and false emergencies will come. Some will test your patience, others will test your discernment. In those moments, pause and pray. Seek divine counsel before you decide. Remember, tests do not come to break you, but to prove you. The Lord tests the righteous, Psalm 11:5. And each victory expands your capacity for greater blessings. Keep transparency close. Secrecy breeds downfall. Share your journey with a few faithful voices who will tell you truth, not what you want to hear. In this noisy age, genuine accountability is gold. Finally, do not let fear of failure silence your beginning. God does not punish reasonable risk. He rewards faith in motion. Even if you have stumbled before, He says, "Behold, I make all things new." Learn from the past, but do not live in it. Let humility be the crown upon your leadership, for pride isolates, but humility connects you to grace. Celebrate each small victory, each contract signed, each debt cleared, each family restored, as a sign that you are walking the right path. These small wins are heaven's gentle nods, reminders that your obedience is opening doors unseen. So keep praying your prayer for money miracle, not as a desperate cry, but as a declaration that you believe the vaults of heaven are open and your $3.5 trillion inheritance, your spiritual and material abundance, is being released. Stay faithful, stay generous, stay teachable, and you will see the Lord transform your life, your home, and your future into a living testimony of divine provision and unstoppable grace. You see, when God releases blessing, it doesn't just fill your bank account, it fills your life with direction and purpose. True prosperity begins when you learn to manage what's been entrusted to you. That's why this moment is not simply about having, it's about becoming. Becoming the kind of person who carries blessing with humility, who practices stewardship instead of ownership. Every prayer for finances you've spoken wasn't ignored. It was building the foundation of your testimony. And now, as you stand at the threshold of abundance, the question becomes, what will you do with it? God reminds us that the real ledger is not written in dollars and cents, but in love, compassion, and service. These are the eternal entries that never lose value. When your leadership, whether in your home, your work, or your community, focuses on measurable mercy, you protect your blessing from vanity. You turn wealth into witness. That's why every report in your life must also be a story, not just a spreadsheet. Every success must carry a testimony alongside its total. Prepare your home, for change is coming. The atmosphere of your household will shape every outward move. Teach your family to pray for what arrives, to give thanks for what is given, and to celebrate with humility. Blessing without gratitude becomes entitlement, and entitlement erodes the ground that blessing grows on. The family that builds together keeps what is built. Can you feel God inviting you to lead your home differently, to turn daily routines into worship, and every decision into an act of faith, God says, expect refinement. Pressure will come, not to destroy you, but to reveal where your foundation needs repair. Testing is not punishment, it is calibration. When you feel the weight of correction, remember, correction is a gift. It stretches your capacity. It proves your readiness. Those who can be refined are those who can be trusted with more. Will you allow the refining fire to shape your next chapter? Or will you resist it in fear? Begin now a new kind of record keeping. Not a financial ledger of closed categories, but a living journal of transformation. Each month, write 3 notes, one about restoration, one about creation, one about release. These pages will become your proof when storms arrive. They will remind your soul that progress is being made even when progress feels invisible. Gratitude will be your ink, testimony will be your signature, and never keep your testimony hidden. Speak about your small beginnings with honesty. Share what God has done in the quiet places as well as the grand ones. When you talk about provision, talk less about the amount and more about the purpose. Let humility carry your voice like a vessel. The world doesn't need to see your wealth. It needs to see your wisdom, because large blessing always comes tethered to large responsibility. Before you step into your next phase, make a simple public covenant with heaven. Declare your agreement to be a steward who builds, blesses, and releases. Type or speak aloud the words 111, not as superstition, but as a signpost, a declaration that your heart aligns with heaven's rhythm. There is power when covenant is spoken publicly. It's not about ritual, it's about remembrance. It's saying, God, I'm ready to manage what you're giving me. The currents are forming now. Don't resist them. Swim with a heart open to correction and hands ready to give. You are being equipped even now through this very message. You prayed for clarity, and this is your map. You asked how to attract money with faith and integrity, and this is your answer. Become a vessel that money can flow through, not get stuck in. Wealth will always follow purpose when purpose honors God. And here is the truth behind the announcement of $3.5 trillion. It is not merely currency. It is calling. God is opening your eyes to the deeper truth. This inheritance is healing for your soul, restoration for your family, and the breaking of generational chains. For too long, lack has defined your story. You've seen others rise while you were told to settle for less. Bills piled higher than your courage. Shame whispered that maybe this was your portion. But today, that lie is broken. Scarcity was never your inheritance. Your true inheritance is abundance anchored in divine purpose. When God releases blessing, He does not inflate your ego. He heals the ground beneath your feet. Every crack in your story, every wound in your heart, every place where hope ran thin, He pours abundance there. That's where new life grows. Think of your $3.5 trillion not as mere money, but as spiritual fertilizer turning barren ground into harvest. This is your season of overflow, not just for you, but for those who will follow after you. Your yes to God today is not just personal, it's generational. Rescue is for the moment, but legacy lasts for decades. Rescue stops the bleeding, but legacy teaches your children to build without falling. God is doing more than giving you money. He is rewriting your name's history. Where there was once a record of lack, now there will be a scroll of abundance. Where there was once division, there will be unity. Where there was survival, there will now be overflow. But guard your heart, beloved. With great blessing comes the whisper of the enemy. He will try to make you believe it's too good to last. He will try to sow fear, to make you cling to blessing instead of trusting the blesser. Yet remember, God doesn't change his mind about you. When he gives, he does not take back. Your job is to hold the blessing with open hands. Trust keeps the river flowing, fear dams it up. When fear speaks, answer with praise. When doubt shouts, whisper God's promises. When you feel overwhelmed, breathe and remember, this is not random. It is written. Every open door, every divine connection, every chance meeting, none of it is coincidence. They are confirmations that heaven is at work. So, as you read this, let faith rise in you again. Speak it aloud. My inheritance is released, and I will steward it well. Then take a step, give, serve, plan, and trust. This is not about chasing money. It's about becoming the kind of person who can handle heaven's abundance. Keep your money prayer alive, not as a cry of desperation, but as a declaration of gratitude. Say, God, thank you for teaching me to attract money through faith, not fear. Now the question comes back to you. What will you build with this blessing? What story will your abundance tell? Will you use it to heal your family, to lift others, to sow into lives that need hope? The choice is yours, and the opportunity is divine. The lesson today is clear: abundance without purpose fades, but abundance anchored in gratitude multiplies. Wealth without wisdom corrupts, but wealth guided by faith creates legacy. So pray daily, stay teachable, and remember, you are not waiting on the blessing anymore. The blessing is waiting on you to receive it fully. God says, your inheritance is released, not tomorrow, not next week, today. And when you live as though that promise is true, heaven moves through you. Keep walking, keep trusting, keep giving. The real miracle isn't that you have received, it's that you are being transformed into someone who knows how to keep it, grow it, and share it. That is the true wealth of heaven. These are the ledger entries that matter in eternity. When your leadership focuses on measurable mercy, you protect the blessing from vanity and ground it in meaning. Let reports be stories as well as spreadsheets. Let testimonies travel alongside totals. Prepare your home for the change. The atmosphere of your household will set the tone for every external move. Teach those within your walls to pray for what arrives, to steward what is given, and to celebrate with humility. Shield your nearest from entitlement by creating roles and responsibilities that honor contribution over consumption. The family that builds together keeps what is built. Expect refinement in the refining fires. Pressure will show you where your structure is weak. Do not fear it. Reorient quickly. Admit error where it exists. Correct course without shame. Those who grow through correction hold greater opportunity. Remember, testing does not mean abandonment. It is calibration. Now, a practical charge. Begin a simple account of intention. Not a bank ledger of closed categories, but a living page where you list outcomes, dates, and people influenced every month. Write 3 progress notes, one about restoration, one about creation, one about release. These notes will be proof to your soul when storms come and will become a record for those who follow you. Let your memory be written in gratitude. Finally, a word about voice. Do not hoard your testimony. Tell the story of the small beginnings as you go. When you speak of provision, speak less of amount and more of purpose. Let humility carry your voice. Let the world see that large blessing comes tethered to large responsibility. Before I release the next phase, make a public covenant with heaven in a simple way. Type 111 in the comments to align with this measure of new capacity and to mark your soul's agreement to be a steward who builds, blesses, and releases. This number is not superstition. It is a signpost, a declaration you make aloud that heaven hears. Comment 111 now and receive the strengthening that comes when covenant is spoken publicly. Keep subscribing so these streams keep finding you when doubt multiplies. Share this with someone who needs a clear, practical map out of fear and into stewardship. The currents are forming. Learn to swim in them with a heart open to correction and hands ready to give. You are being equipped even now. Receive it, practice it, and act. My child, hear the stillness of my voice cutting through the noise around you. You have seen the announcement of 3 and 12 trillion, but now I want to open your eyes to the deeper truth behind this release. This is not only wealth for your hands, it is healing for your soul, restoration for your family, and a breaking of generational chains. For too long, lack has been the story repeated through your line. Scarcity became a language you learned early. You saw others get ahead while you were told to accept less. You carried the shame of bills stacked higher than your courage, and you thought perhaps this was your portion. But I tell you now, that lie is broken. Scarcity was never your inheritance. Your true inheritance is abundance anchored in me. When I release blessing, it does not come to inflate your ego. It comes to heal the ground under your feet, the cracks in your story, the wounds in your heart, the places where hope grew thin. I pour abundance into them so that new life grows where despair once lived. Think of the 3 and 2 trillion not only as provision, but as fertilizer transforming barren soil into a field of harvest. This is why you must not only take hold of this moment for yourself, but also let it ripple outward. Your yes to me is never just personal, it is generational. I am calling you to think beyond rescue into legacy. Rescue is for today, but legacy is for decades. Rescue stops the bleeding, but legacy creates a lineage of health. Rescue pulls you out of the pit, but legacy teaches your children how to build without falling in. Child, I am doing more than giving you money. I am rewriting your name's history. Where once there was a record of lack, now there will be a scroll of abundance. Where once there was division, now there will be unity. Where once there was survival, now there will be overflow. Guard your heart carefully, for with great blessing comes the whisper of the enemy. He will tempt you to believe this is too good to last, that it will be snatched away, that you must cling tightly in fear, but I am not a giver who changes his mind. When I release a blessing, I do not revoke it. Your role is to hold it with open hands, not clenched fists. Trust keeps the river flowing. Fear dams it up. Practice trust daily. When fear speaks, answer with praise. When doubt shouts, whisper my promises. When you feel overwhelmed, breathe and remember this is not random. It is written. Now, child, watch carefully as I orchestrate divine appointments in your path. Unexpected messages, chance meetings, conversations that echo this word. These are not coincidences. They are confirmations.